evening, everyone. Welcome back to the deep dive section analysis of Clat 2025, which was held 1st December 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And I will bring you the English language analysis, followed by critical reasoning, GK, legal, and then DI. So without wasting any more time, you have already heard us in our first impressions. You have heard our cutoffs and overview of sections. Now we are going to focus on the actual questions that came up and the reasoning behind why we are choosing all the answers that we are choosing. So the first passage, we are following set O. The answer key is uploaded on our website. Log on to clatpossible.com. The main website, go on to the banner and click to check the answer key with the copy of set O. So the first passage in set O is the Swami Vivekananda passage on education that we were talking about. And as I discussed in the overview analysis, most of the answers, 99% answers are given directly in the passage. So the first question, what is education as described by the author means? If you see, the author starts by saying what education is not. It's not libraries, it's not degrees, it is not just information, it is man-making, right? And we have to look at making you or making one stand on their own feet. So based on that, none of these would be our answer here, because the central idea is that this libraries, degrees and cramming information is not education. So the author in this case, Swami Vivekananda, starts by saying what education is not. So 1D, let me remind you, we are on set O. The next question, as per the author, the aim of education should be. Now if you go on question number 2 and you read here, this is what gives the aim of the aim of education, which is man-making, training. The end and aim of all training is to make the man grow, right? So to build character, yes, it is to build character. It is to help a person earn his or her livelihood. Hence the answer in this case will be option D. 2D, which is all of the above, and to help a person develop intellect. So 2D, this training should be under control and fruitful, and that is what is called education. So 2D. Next question, according to the author of the country wants, question number 3. So if you come here, what does the country want? So we said training, man-making. What our country wants are muscles of iron and nerves of steels. So right here is the answer for 3. Every answer is given in the passage, and that takes us to option A, which is massive willpower. Option A. So everything is given. Even if I want to discuss this in detail more, I cannot, because these are pretty much given answers. According to the author, we need to study question number 4. So we need to study what type of things? All these answers are again given over here. If I mark the answer in the passage, that's what I always focus on. Go back, check again. You don't have to do it from memory, because these are small things that you have to see again and again in the passage. So go back, and what type of study? We have to do all branches of knowledge with English language, Western science, technical education. So yes, language, technical education, Western science, all 3 options, hence the answer will be option D, 4D. According to the author, which among the following is key to attain knowledge? Question number 5. What is the key to attain knowledge? It's given right at the beginning of the last paragraph, right at the beginning of the last paragraph. Hence, the answer will be concentration of the mind. So all the answers, so if you had said, oh, and this was your first passage, and if you began by doing English language, congratulations, all the answers were given clearly, and you would have felt very, very confident in the paper. And while you are into the first passage, and even if you move to the second, you should have calculated that English section is going to finish faster than what we were expecting. Then, the last question, assimilation. So if we go and check where assimilation is given, it is given right on the top here, assimilation of ideas. So we must have life building, man making, character making, assimilation of ideas. That means putting them together. Putting them together the best, it's not adjusting of ideas, but integration of ideas. So the answer will be A. 6A. So that was the first passage, children, all of you. The second passage is the Orwellian passage, which is why I started writing. The passages were not very long. This is one thing that was followed as per what they had said in their paper, in the Clat the rules that they had sent in the beginning. George Orwell's loneliness during childhood led to, so this is given right on the top, question number 7, where that is making up stories. So the correct answer will be option C, right on the top. So now you enter second passage and you see the answer is right on the top for all of you. Why does Orwell give background information? So why does Orwell give background information? If you check, again the answer given is right at the bottom of the first paragraph. I give all this information because I do not think one can assess the motive, writer's motive, without knowing something. So that is question number 8, right? So the answer to question number 8 is option B. That is motives. Again, if you just checked properly, you got your answers. Next, if a writer escapes from early impulses, what is going to happen? Now, early impulses answer is given right at the bottom here, children, if you have read it. He will have killed his impulse to write. That is question number 9. Killing the impulse to write, so losing the impulse to write, which is option A. Again given over here, that is question number 9. So since these are given, we are not spending time on eliminating any answer because it's just picking up verbatim from the passage. Question 10. For the author, aesthetic enthusiasm is important. So these are points given 1, 2, 3. You just had to come and read about aesthetic enthusiasm. So the first is sheer egoism and second is aesthetic enthusiasm. So why is that? So that what you have experienced is felt valuable, which means aesthetic enthusiasm is an important motive for writing because it question number 10 becomes invaluable, right? So what we have to do is desire to share an experience which one feels is valuable and ought not to be missed. So if you don't do it, it will become invaluable. So the correct answer will be option C. Next, the author strongly advocates the writers to. The author says the writers should have egoistic impressions. This is given over here clearly, right? That you make up stories. His subject matter will be determined revolutionary ages. He will have acquired an emotional attitude. So sheer egoism. You should have egoism, so this is out. Be apolitical, no, because you should have political purpose, so this is out. Be contemporary in their treatment, nowhere given, so the correct answer will be D, none of the above. So the opposite of what is given is there, C is not given, and hence the answer will be D. Which of the following is a synonym of the word tumultuous? This is a knowledge-based vocabulary question. Tumultuous means chaos, turbulent and disorderly. Hence the answer will be D, all of the above. All three are given. It was a simple word-based question. So that was passage 2, children. Passage 3 is an astrologer's day. As I was telling you, it is a part of ICSE, or used to be a part of ICSE. A good short story by R.K. Narayan of Malgudi Days fame. In fact, one of the Clat papers gave R.K. Narayan's Malgudi Days also as a question in one of the years. I am forgetting which year. So, which among the following is the meaning of vociferousness? Now, this is a little discussion that I want to have. For vociferous, basically means shouting, making a noise. Another word for vociferous over here is din, right? So, this is vociferousness, question number 13. Before that, the author uses din, that is also noise. Now, a literal meaning would be being loud, talking loudly. So, this is literal meaning if they stick to this meaning, but they are being vociferous to attract customers. You know, they use a word attract over here, attract the whole town. So, maybe to create a good magical effect. But again, I have doubts on the word magical. So, it's not, the only problem with option A is that they are not giving any opinion. They are shouting to attract attention. So, in option A, C and D is definitely out. Option A, opinion or feelings. So, opinion is nowhere given, but this is the literal meaning, so we can stick with A. However, B can be close because they are trying to attract customers, though I have doubts on the word magical. So, 13th could be a little give or take here and there question, right? So, I would stick to the literal meaning, which is option A. When does the start his day? This has to be probably the easiest question. This has to be the easiest question, option C. So, English section was easy, and this probably is the easiest section. Right at the beginning you have the answer. 15th, what was prophetic light? Again, very simple answer, children. What was the prophetic light? So, it's somewhere here, and his eyes sparkled with a sharp gleam, which are searching, but clients took it to be prophetic. So, eyes, sharpening of the eyes, which is option B, right? Given clearly, this is question number 15. What is the word for the phrase bright and colorful in an impressive way? So, bright and colorful in an impressive way means it has to create a big impression. So, the best word over there is dazzling, option D. Sparkle is close, but we are looking at a higher degree word, so dazzling. Which among the following is not a trade? This you have to just see. The trades are given clearly. Seller of cheap cloth. So, these are the trades. Medicine is given, right? Hardware, stolen, magicians, and cheap cloth. Stolen hardware, magicians, cheap cloth, not bags. Hence, the correct answer is C. So, these are all given. This is not given. Hence, the answer is C. And the next question, again a simple one. Who uses this? Again, supposed to be the easiest of all questions, and that is the groundnut seller, option D. So, that is astrologer's day, clearly given. And we come to the last chapter, the right kind of education. So this chapter had what we call a central theme question. This chapter had what we call a central theme question, and which was a nice thing because the whole English section had only got specific detailed questions. So if you look at this, what is the intention of the author of this passage? Naturally, it is the right kind of education involving love and care. These are all opposite. Our ideals is opposite, our expectation is opposite, and parents' ambition is opposite. So the correct answer will be option A. In light of the passage, what will be the result of forcing the child? So if you force a child, clearly given over here, it breeds fear. Right? So it breeds fear, clearly given, which is option B. Right at the top. According to the author, what should be the attitude of the right kind of teacher? So the teacher begins simply from here. If you look at the teacher bit, isn't it? So a teacher who follows and dealing with them intelligently, the future should be far more important than the present child. Can you see this? So for the teacher also, what they have to do is they should focus on studying each student individually. So all the answers are given clearly. That is option C. Why do we look for quick and easy ways? We look for quick and easy way because we lack patience and understanding. What is these? We lack patience and understanding. So that is option D. This is question number 22, option D. What does the passage highlight as the quality of a parent? Naturally, what does the parent supposed to do? Basically, the parent is supposed to observe, study peculiarities, isn't it? So, they should not look the child as a prism of an ideal. That is the opposite. They observe mood and peculiarities. That is question number 23, option B. And as per their ambitions, again is opposite. We have already answered this in question 20 and 21. While in option D, the first part is correct, the second part is incorrect. So the correct answer will be option B. And what is the opposite of volatile? The last question from my side for the day. All of these are the opposites. Stable is correct, steady is correct, constant is correct. So the correct answer will be option D. Very simple questions which you could have done even though you probably did not have a big grasp on vocabulary. So that is all from my side, barring one or two questions where I have shown you where the answers could vary. The section was doable. As I said, you could have easily gotten in the range of 20 to 22 marks. Thank you so much, children, and that's all from my side.